This is PBC TV, your channel for county programs and services. Join us as we celebrate improvements to communities throughout Palm Beach County, including groundbreakings, ribbon cuttings, new services, dedications, and more. This is PBC TV Presents.
All right, well, good morning. Welcome to the main library on this first and rainy day of February. My name is Doug Crane, and I have the honor to be the library director for the Palm Beach County Library System. So on behalf of all our library staff, we're very happy to have you here today to celebrate the reopening of our expanded children and teen space here at the main library. First, I'd like you to join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. This year, the library system is celebrating our 50th anniversary of service. Yes, that's worthy. For the past 50 years, we've been connecting communities, inspiring thought, and enriching lives throughout our community here in Palm Beach County. And to commemorate this golden anniversary, the library system, along with our partners, the Friends of the Palm Beach County Library, are hosting a year-long celebration of events and activities at all of our locations. And we think this is a wonderful way to start by reopening our expanded children's and teen space here as a way to start off our 50th anniversary. This is actually a very special moment for me because I've been with the library system 20 years, and my first job here was as a children's librarian in this space at the main library. And so it's a nice thing, because if you were here before, the space was always very busy but kind of crowded. Now we've opened it up, given it some room to breathe, and created our first teen space in the process. And with expanded space, our local families will now be able to enjoy more room to read, to play, to learn, and just to love the library. Also today, we're able to reopen our creation station, our digital media lab, which was over in that space but unavailable due to construction work. So before we bring up our guest speakers, I'd just like to take a moment to acknowledge some of our dignitaries in the room. First of all, I want you all to give a warm welcome to our esteemed County Administrator, Ms. Verdini Baker. Accompanying her today, I'd say they're her bodyguards, but I think they're really her partners there up in County Administration. Please welcome Faye Johnson, Assistant County Administrator. And Todd Von Lauren, Assistant County Administrator. Todd and I work closely on library issues, so he was part of this project as well. Senator Bobby Powell was invited to join us, but unfortunately had another event today. I understand Marion Dozer, are you here from his office? No, oh, she might be here somewhere. Oh, we'll thank her for showing up today. So we have 4 honored speakers here on hand today. First, I want to let you know the Board of County Commissioners throughout our 50 years of service have been strong supporters of the library. You know, they approve our budgets, they approve our policies, our major initiatives, and I can tell you certainly in my career here with the library, the board has always been a strong supporter and advocate of library services. So today we're honored to have District 2 Commissioner Greg Weiss, who the main library is part of his district, come on up and say a few words for this occasion.
Thank you, Doug. So, first off, I'm Greg Weiss, and I'm District 2 County Commissioner, and it's a pleasure to be here with you all on such a great day. Even though it's raining, we appreciate the rain here in South Florida. I was thinking before I get started, what libraries really meant to me as a child. I grew up with single parent, modest means, and my mom used to take my brother and I to the library. We'd go to the children's library. That would be a Saturday afternoon event, and it was something that I really always loved to do. And it's made a difference in my life, and I know it makes a difference in most children's lives. So just really honored to have this opportunity to speak to you. Doug mentioned that the Board of County Commissioners have been strong supporters? Well, the reason why the Board of County Commissioners have been strong supporters of the library is because our community is a strong supporter of the library. You're willing to give us the tax dollars and allow us to spend them and invest them in our library. And that to me speaks volumes of our community. This system has been around for 50 years, as we learned today. This library has been here since 1972, originally as the main library and as the administrative offices. And the renovations that we see here today are absolutely phenomenal. And I just want to thank everybody who was involved that made that happen. I want to thank Alice from the Friends of the Library, and from Mary for your leadership on our advisory board as well, and for all the advisory board members, because it's your input and it's your intelligence that helps make this the library system that it is today. And libraries, by the way, are not going away. You know, we thought, people were saying in the digital age, we didn't need libraries anymore. And that is absolutely not the case. We need libraries more than ever. I mean, they are the great equalizers in our society. They allow access to education, to worlds that people could never, ever imagine on their own or have access to, but the libraries make them available to everybody. So I did have an opportunity a few weeks ago. I stopped off in the library in Pahokee, and I have to tell you, one of the most amazing things I saw out there, they have a system where you can take home the internet. They have little hotspots that you can borrow for up to a month, so everybody can have access to the internet in their home, whether or not they have the means to afford that. And that's one of the great things that the libraries does. Our library has been recognized over the years, many awards, and our, as we said, the new community research service that we've had, our work that we do for the blind and the visually impaired have been recognized not only here but throughout the nation. So again, I want to thank you all for being here. I want to thank you for the support of the community to make this happen. And I look forward to cutting this ribbon and opening this up to the rest of the community.
Thank you, Commissioner Weiss. One thing about libraries is that in Florida, we get a lot of our financial support from our residents. It's all local dollars. But we get a significant support from the state of Florida. And that support is courtesy of our legislative delegation, who takes the long trek up to Tallahassee every year to fight for what our residents need down here in South Florida. So today I'm honored to introduce the state representative for District 87, which includes the main library, and a friend of mine, Mr. David Silvers.
As Doug introduced me, I'm David Silver, State Representative for District 87. First off, I'd like to thank Doug very much for allowing the Commissioner and I to come here and speak today. Doug's a personal friend of mine from Leadership Palm Beach County, so it's great it's like a little reunion. And I also would like to thank Mary and Alice for the work that they've done, because you're here on the ground level. At the legislature, we're pretty far away. We're in Tallahassee. We're funding, but everyday people and having their impact and their input, like Mary and Alice, thank you so much. So a round of applause. I've gone around to different library systems around the state of Florida, and I just want to mention one thing, really important. This is a beacon of education. This is a beacon for the state of Florida, right here in Palm Beach County. What you've done is incredible. Okay, a lot of the other library systems around the state can learn so much from Palm Beach County. So I think you've done an amazing job. And I'm just honored to be here, and with Ms. Baker, I'm honored to be in your presence. You've done an amazing job with the county, and thank you so much. So I'm David Silvers, I'm your state representative, and I just a complete. I didn't plan this, I swear. It's an honor, and thank you so much. And like the Commissioner mentioned, I can't wait to be a part of that ribbon cutting, because it's amazing what you've done here. Thank you.
Well, as much as I appreciate the personal appreciation for the work that I do here. I have to say right off the bat that I'm just one player in a huge county team. And this team, not only the staff, who I'll acknowledge in a little bit, but especially all the people who volunteer their time. They come in here, they work, they do good and help us, and they don't get paid for it, which is quite astonishing. So the first group I want to recognize is our Library Advisory Board. The board is a 15-member group appointed by the County Commission to advise and advocate for libraries here in Palm Beach County. We have several members of the board here today, so if you are in attendance in the room, please stand up and be acknowledged at this time. I want to thank you all. In fact, we've been looking, and we have many board members who've been with us for 20, even 30 plus years, which is quite phenomenal for being on a board. So, so we're very astonished by that. But right now what I want to do is introduce our current chair of the Library Advisory Board to say a few words. Please welcome Ms. Mary Kendall.
Good morning. Good morning. Ms. Baker, Commissioner Wise, Representative Silvers, and Ms. Chambers, my dear friend who's on the board. I'd like to welcome you to our rededication services today. We have worked very hard to make sure that we are accountable to you for all of the things that you've done to support us. And we just like to say thank you. And on behalf of the board, we welcome you to this occasion, not only today, but any time you want to visit a library of Palm Beach County, anywhere in our county, we welcome you. Thank you for coming, and please, please do come again.
Thank you, Mary. Also mentioned today, as I've already mentioned today, the Friends of the Palm Beach County Library System is a volunteer organization that's been with us for over 30 years to support and enhance library services through fundraising, advocacy, and volunteer work. And today I recognize that we have several members of the Friends Board in attendance. So if you're a member of the Friends Board, please stand up. I think we might have a few hiding out in the back too. The Friends are very vital, and today if you are encouraged by anything you see or anything that we do, I certainly invite you to join the Friends. It's an easy process. You don't need to pay a lot to become a Friends member, but the benefit that it provides to our library system is tremendous. And to share more about that, please welcome Ms. Alice Chambers, current president of the Friends.
I have good news for everybody. I'm the last speaker. It's really great being here this morning representing the Friends of the Palm Beach County Library System. Do you all know there's 17 branches and there's going to be 18? And we make Palm Beach County rock as far as library availability and services are concerned. In case you didn't know, to put it simply, Friends is a group, right now about 500, of library lovers, that's what we are, who support and volunteer to help the library system in making things bigger and better. And that's why we're here today. The reopening of this children's library and a separate teen room are not only bigger in their footprint within the library, but they expand the worlds to their most important members. And of course, they're better. Not only are they better, as they say around here, they're way better. New and expanded resources that enable youngsters to celebrate things like Popcorn Day. Did you all miss Popcorn Day? And Martin Luther King Day. I know you didn't miss that one, but all the kids got to enjoy it too. And they're also doing things like coding with tech toys. Does anybody know what tech toys are? I certainly didn't 10 years ago. Don't you wish you were a kid today so you could come to this library? Congratulations to the library staff and to everyone who has made this possible. Thank you.
So before we cut the ribbon to the expanded section, I just have a few more people I want to acknowledge. First of all, I want to give a big thank you to all the staff here at the main library who worked through, because the work was not just this children's area. We did work throughout the whole building, including 4 new study rooms, which you can see through the window behind you, a new roof, AC, and other things. So it was a lot of work, a lot of effort by the staff. And especially, I want to thank some of our partners here with the county too, is our county's Facilities Development Department, who works with us tirelessly on these construction projects. Also, I want to acknowledge our architects who gave us a great vision for this new space, Colomay & Associates. I don't know if I know Joe, he's back there. He's out of the window waving at us. Also, I want to acknowledge especially for this today, the staff of the children's section who had to take every single item that you see there out of the room, put it on carts, and then over the last couple weeks, put it back in the right order. So that's quite a tall thing. So please congratulate them for that hard work. We also have a lot of other divisions that supported this work, including our integrated marketing communications area, who really set up this event today. Our information technology department, who set up all the computers in the area that you're going to go into. Also, our collection development department really helped get our collection in shape and get it good so it'll be stuff that people want on the shelf. So please give them all a round of applause. The library's finance and facilities staff really do a tremendous work working with County FD&O to make this happen. So I want to acknowledge a couple of the key members of that. There's James Farrell, who's our manager of capital projects, right out there. And Tammy Walton, who's our furniture and fixtures expert. So she's out there somewhere. She might be fixing a shelf, getting it ready to go. And finally, my personal thanks go out to the members of our library management team. A group project like this is only possible through their leadership and support. Especially on the team today, I really want to acknowledge the work of Adam Davis, who's our main library manager. Alicia Garrow, our Director for Library Finance and Facilities, I think is hiding, over there. And Library Assistant Director Aurora Thay, who's my right hand here in the library system. So at this point, we've done enough talking here. I'm going to invite us all to go out to cut a ribbon, but we also have some special guests who will be joining us. Since this is a children's space, we have children in attendance today. We have them, they're down and they're having a story time right now. We're going to call them down. So in addition to the dignitaries who I'll ask to help cut a ribbon, we're also going to let the kids cut a ribbon as well. And I'll also let you know right off the bat, when we open the doors, it's kids first into the room, okay? Adults second. So I'll invite you at this point to join us by the double doors over there. We'll get the kids and we'll do the ribbon cutting. So thank you all for coming out today.
We know that we must invest in our kids in order to continue to succeed. And the county took on, under Doug's leadership, renovations of the main library. It did a soft opening a little earlier, and this is our hard opening. So we're fully open. We've renovated the children's area, and as you can see, the kids are thoroughly enjoying it. We've got new seating equipment that they love. And we've got story hours and areas created just for their enjoyment so that they can get used to coming to the library, reading books, and actually enjoying the pleasure of reading. And so that helps all of us in the long run.
To have the library, the Palm Beach County Library, be on the cutting edge and beyond the cutting edge with the things they are doing, and to see them actually implemented, so that we can say, yes, there's something for everyone here today, especially teens, especially children. It means so much to the community. It means that we're having an impact in making their worlds bigger.
Thanks for watching PBC TV Presents. For more information on county programs and services, please visit pbcgov.com. This has been a presentation of your Palm Beach County Board of County Commissioners.